Oh, yeah, man. What's going on, my planet Earth people? It is March 5th, 2026, 9 a.m. on the dot, making it to the stream on time. This is the Trigger Yogi live stream. It's the kid, the Trigger Yogi himself, Yoga Leroy. We are diving into our vision. We are day 3, tightening and exploring. And man, this is why, and I tell my son to do this all the time, write out your vision once a month. It's something that I tell him to do and I don't do myself. But this month I did it because I do have something big coming up that I want to do really good at. I'm going to do a little Father's Day comedy special the day before Father's Day. My dad said he's coming down. And yeah, I just started going over how I've been doing a lot of visualizing and manifesting and just kind of sitting in the studio and visualizing, this place packed and me coming on stage and starting my special. That's been fun. But also, what has also been fun is I've been thinking about some really funny new jokes or jokes that I've kind of written out but never really performed because I don't know, jokes about my dad and they're funny. But now my dad has a weird relationship with my jokes because my dad's one of the individuals in my life that doesn't really think I'm funny. He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't really get my sense of humor. And a lot of people are like this. It's not just my dad, but definitely my family are like this. They don't really get my sense of humor because I come off kind of aggressive. I wonder who I learned that from. But my delivery is kind of aggressive is the best way to that's the act though. That's the act. That's my act. That's it. That's my act. So anyways, I'm going cuz I've said some jokes about my dad before and he completely lost it. One joke and I in my mind these jokes are not bad jokes. Or they're not jokes that are like insulting jokes. I made a joke about my son watching the Steelers over watching my stream, and he did not like that. And it was funny. So I'm gonna do my best to write because I do want to tell these jokes about I have to. I have to tell jokes about my dad during a Father's Day special because I learned how to be a dad, good, bad, and ugly, from my dad. Because my dad was a dad, bro. He was a dad all the way, good, bad, and ugly. He was a dad in the 90s, in the 80s, 90s, and the 80s and 90s. He was a dad. And dads were dadding back then. Dads were dadding 110% back then. Dads were dadding strong. There was no, you saw a dad in the wild, you'd be like, look at that dad right there. Man, dads were dadding so strong back in the day, and my dad was dadding all the time. My dad was dadding to other people's kids. He was at times dadding more to other people's kids than he was to his kids. That's how strong of a dad my dad was. My dad was like, "These my kids got it. Let me just dad on somebody else's kids." My dad carried that dad energy, that man energy all the time. That's what the joke is about. How it's going to be my opening joke. And I've been working on this joke over the last couple of days, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I practiced it alone in my studio a couple of times yesterday, and then I went to some mics and I put it on stage at a mic. And for the first time putting it on stage, I do like the feedback from the joke. So Not gonna have a lot of jokes about my dad, but I definitely want to open strong with the dad joke. I stay out of trouble because I was more scared of my dad than the police. If I got arrested, you better keep your ass in jail. I ain't going home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's real. I think our generation, we were afraid of our dads because our dads were kind of all crazy in a way, or they liked to show us that they were crazy. Same, same. Something I might play around with is like saying like, is anybody else still afraid of their dad? You know, cause yeah, my dad would beat your ass, and my dad was the police. He was a hearings officer. So he had a badge. He had guns. He had cuffs. You know, my dad was kind of he was a parole officer, then a hearings officer. So he was kind of holding that I'll throw your low ass in jail kind of vibe. Um, I was afraid of my dad till I was about 16. Then I was tired of all the militant, like, because my dad was super strict. So when I became 16, that's when I started like fucking up. Yeah, that's when I really started fucking up. But it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. Those little fuck ups were fun. You know, not mad at it. So yeah, happy about the progress and the schedule that I'm having right now. This dad special that I'm working on. I'm still on pace for posting a clip, sketch clip every day. I already got my clip out. Just posted it. Um, got some advice to repost the clip I did yesterday on trials. So after I get off of this stream, I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna go to the gym. I got kind of a busy day today. My son and his football team have a fundraiser. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it to that because I have to go to the gym and audit some classes at my gym. That nigga tried to fight me just last year. I'm 45, bro. He just had knee replacement. You better not fuck around and find out. Yo, that is so funny. Why is your dad trying to fight you, bro? Bro, tell Pops to chill out. Yo, me and my dad get into it, but my dad's not trying to fight me anymore. My dad, you know, this is the funniest thing about my dad. My dad kind of like he likes everybody to believe like how he was isn't how he was, so he kind of like plays the good guy, you know, like oblivious. He's like very like, what's happening? What's going on? Like, why are you up? You know, he plays that. But that's funny, your dad trying to fight you. I'm curious to why your dad tried to fight you. Now, you do talk a lot of shit now. You talk a lot of shit, bro. And you talk shit on hot, hot, flaming hot topics. Now, I could just imagine that can create some problems, you know, because I used to always talk about the same, like similar to you, Damo. I used to like really like touch on all the things going on. Like right now, we're bombing places. People are bombing. People are getting bombed right now. And I would be the first one to like throw my little opinions in the hat. And for me, I just got tired of beefing with people, you know, just like random people. Because when you do that, you know, you'll be following somebody that never shows up on your Facebook or never shows up on anything, and just all of a sudden now this person has such an opinion on your opinions and on your life. And it's like, bro, we like, I don't even know you. I just got tired of that. I got tired of random people, but I also got tired of, you know, beefing with family members over small little views that I have. Like I mistakenly told my mom, I was beefing with my mom because I wasn't so in love with Kamala Harris being the president. Not saying I didn't vote for Trump, but just because I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid with Kamala Harris and I thought that her running for president was a bad idea, like she has beef with me, you know? So like for me, I'm not I'm the type of person that says like, yo, this is all a shit show, both sides. So why am I beefing? Because you got these strong confused views, but you just like love playing your it's like politics is like they're like football teams. Like you're biased. You're biased. Anyway, if you consider yourself a Republican, strong. Or if you consider yourself a Democrat, strong. And you're just married to like that's who you are. I'm a Democrat. I'm a liberal. I'm a Republican. I'm MAGA. You're biased. Just like I'm biased as a Seahawk fan. You're biased. So I don't really give a damn about any of that stuff. I play the middle and I also love to watch you guys fight. I'm going to tone it down. I heard a quote the other day. A bee doesn't waste his time convincing a fly that honey tastes better than shit. That's true. That's definitely a quote that would help you tone it down. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I jumped out of that like years ago. Years ago, I jumped out of it. Now, I will say I'm focused on building a following, and that's like one of the easy ways to build a following is piss people off. I just don't like that energy. And plus, I piss people off just doing nothing, just being me, just walking around, breathing the same air as people. I piss people off. My point, I was talking to a comic friend. I was like, it's just so interesting that it does not matter what I'm talking about, my point of view and my delivery, certain people will get upset by it. Like I could be talking about dogs and cats. I could be talking about coffee, like what kind of coffee you drink. But my point of view and how I deliver it and like what takes I think are funny, it just pissed people off. I like people put these because I have this energy and this stature, people will put things on me that don't even belong to me. Like this my last job, the girl that made up this grand story and then told the owners all these lies about me. One of the big things that she was talking about, because the owner sent me all the text messages. So I'm reading all these text messages of this girl complaining about me. And I'm also reading all these text messages of the owner taking her side when this girl is literally making things up. She's making a whole story up about me. She said I was in the military. She said I was a domestic abuser because of like statistics. I'm like, bitch, and you're just agreeing with this one. I've never been in the military. I've never abused my wife. Like, what? What? Like, yo. So people like to put stories on me, and apparently those stories are believable because people that actually know me will be like, man, you're right about Leon. You're so right. It's a little frustrating, but I'm gonna put all this in my special. I'm gonna put it all in my special. Oh yeah, you just said that. I kind of want to know what your dad wanted to fight you over. That's hilarious. Um, me and my dad beef. Last time my dad, me and my dad beef because he's just kind of like I don't know. It's all me. It's not him. He's so good. Like my dad is just chilling. He's not really worried about anybody. He's like, I did my job. Kids are grown. They out the house. Y'all go be great and leave me alone. That's my dad, right? But I don't want to leave my dad alone. Matter of fact, I don't want my dad to leave me alone. Like I would love my dad. I would love it if my dad took a little bit more interest in the stuff that I'm doing. So like that's all. That's been my. Those have been my gripes. And my dad and my mom, they've never really cared for my comedy. They've never been really that interested in it. Um, they don't really think I'm funny. My sister is probably the only person in my family that thinks I'm funny. My brother used to think I was funny, and then we started beefing pretty strong, and he stopped thinking I was funny a long time ago, stopped following me, unfollowed me. Um, and yeah, so that's yeah, me and my brother, I've talked about that. My dad locked up. Yeah, that happens, man. That happens. People do go to jail. Um, that happens. Dads get locked up, man. I got locked up when my son was 6. That sucked. That kind of adjusted everything in my life. It kind of slapped me in the face. It kind of like woke me up like, Leroy, who do you want to be, dude? What are you doing? Get your shit together, man. That was a big wake up for me. Get your shit together, Leroy. Golly, you going to jail? You got a whole 6-year-old out here in these streets. Yeah. Yeah, jail, prison, same, different, but you're still away. My goodness, lifer, man. What did he do? Golly, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, some things you don't want to fuck around and find out. Like we're talking about jail. Your dad, unfortunately, is a lifer. He's in jail, man, and I really don't think a lot of people walk around and really realize how easy it is to like change your life in a really dramatic, unfortunate way based on all the shit that you're bringing outside that really don't have anything to do with outside. Like things happen in our life that are good, bad, and ugly, and we walk around with our head on a swivel waiting for someone to take it out on, and it could be justified in a fucked up way, like traffic, like you know, road rage or somebody at your work or you find out your girl's like cheating on you, and you react in a really terrible way because in your mind you've justified it based on energy that has been building and building and building, and resentment that has been building and building and building, and anger that has been building and building and building. And I'm telling you, man, we got to get it as men. We got to get ahead of this. We got to get ahead of this because people are out here counting on us, looking up to us, relying on us. We got to get ahead of it. You got to start chipping away at these resentments and the trauma that is haunting you. You got to start diving into it. That's what this stream is about, honestly. I talk about my triggers, I talk about the things that I do, I talk about all this stuff. Oh, matter of fact, I got therapy at 10. How exciting is that? After this I got therapy. Bro, I got a friend whose mom used to tell us a spirit, a split decision second will change your next. It's so real, man. It's so real. That's the realest thing. We need people to tell us things like that. That's so real because a bad, especially for men. That's why men should just go fight like in a controlled environment. I'm all for like mixed martial arts, boxing. We got to get that aggression out. There's so many men. I'm not really trying to throw shade, but it's hard for me not to because I see, like, usually when I see someone road raging, it's some little dude that you could tell he doesn't work out and he's getting out of his car and trying to fight another man. Are you crazy? Like, what? Like, bro, get back in your car. You're not built, you're not even close to built for that. What are you doing getting out of your car? Like, bro, like the people that I see road rage and actually get out of your car, it's like, wow, like, bro, like what are you doing? Like, why do you think you're so safe? because your anger in your brain is justified in that moment. And it's so real, man. I think everybody should like going and doing like mixed martial arts or going and doing boxing. Number one, a lot of men are walking around here has never been punched in the face, man. Punching in the face will teach you a lot about yourself and about a punch in the face. Like anybody, like that, those things can happen. You can get punched in the face. Like people are out here punching people in the face. Like what is this false sense of security that people like have walking around outside? Like you think you have this safety. You don't. Shit can happen at any time. And the anger that like the anger that you have in you, the resentment and the frustration that builds up in you, you don't think another person has that? You don't think another person is dealing with something else in their life that's gonna maybe make them pop? Like, man, we gotta get out of our experience, man. We gotta get out of our bodies and start thinking about other people and what other people are going through. That's a good point. A lot of the time, it's the building up pressure that causes us to snap, not the actual incident happening in the moment. I guarantee you, the majority of it is what you have been going through and what you have been building up and what like someone gives you a reason and you take that reason and you run with it. But it's like if you are good, if you are complete, if you are grounded, you're not reacting to every little dumb bullshit thing that happens in the world that is just like you're not reacting like that. I don't care. You're not. So I believe the majority of it is like things that have nothing to do with the situation, but you take that situation and you run with it because you just need that. Get into a boxing class, man. Take it out on a heavy bag. Get into a controlled environment. Like if you have an anger problem, get into a controlled environment. Go wrestle. Go roll around with somebody. Go get in a jiu-jitsu class, wrestling class, mixed martial arts. Uh, there's so many. Boxing, karate. I don't know. People still doing karate. Yeah. So, man, some of these troll comments do be distracting, man. They be distracting, man. We over here talking about real stuff, and you talk on here talking about jerk mate, man. Goodness gracious. I don't even know about these apps that y'all be knowing about. There's an app called Jerkmate. That's wild. That's wild, bruh. People still do karate. Yeah. Get in a karate class, man. Group fitness in that regard is so solid, bro. It not only are you getting out your frustration and trauma lives in your body. So when you hit a heavy bag, you're like releasing stuff, right? You're releasing things, right? You're moving your body in a way. I gotta go back to when I see someone get road rage that looks like they should never get road rage because that's what I see. Like, bro, you need to please hear this message. Get into a fitness class. You're around other men, you're around other women. You start to learn a little bit better on how to deal with other people. That's another thing. You know, people need to take themselves out of their just little circle and get around people from different walks of life. Because when you are just in your little circle, so now this is where racism is sparked from. So now everybody from every other walk of life, black, Asian, Armenian, now people from other walks of life, because they don't talk or walk like you or understand or have the same political mindset as you. Now everybody else bothers you. So now you're triggered because they're not like you, right? You got to get around people. You got to talk to people that aren't the same kind of person as you, or the same religion, or the same uh ethnic background as you. You got to get around those people, especially men, man. Especially men. What hood am I from? Uh, Hood. I don't mind the trolls. I don't like spam. Yeah, the trolls have been a tough the first couple of weeks it bothered me. But now I understand. Now I need these trolls. I need people like throw a comment in. If it's funny, I'll put it up, But if it's just some random dumb shit like jerkmate or whatever that guy was talking about, I'm not gonna put that up. But if you roast me and it's funny, or you put something up and it's funny, I try to embrace the trolls if it's funny. But if it's just dumb shit, then what are we doing here? What hood are you from? Come on, bro. Not from a hood, my boy. I was born and raised in Tacoma, Washington. You kind of having a real convo though, so I can see why the trolls a problem. Yeah, no, this is a Trigger Yogi live stream. I try to have real conversation. I talk about real stuff on here, you know, and I've been theming the stream every week, um, based on what's going on with me and what I'm up to. This week I've been like really diving into my vision, because I got a big summer coming up and I've got a lot of things I want to do. And it's important to like really like tighten up your vision, your strategy when you really are trying to execute. Man, it's about execution, baby. Yo, I be scrolling through random streams. What we doing? Yeah, it's healthy to seek out other communities as much as possible, because it makes you see more, especially what y'all have in common. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's so, especially now, man. It seems like we're all just kind of picking sides. That's why I don't get into the politics of all of it. Axel Foley, man, I remember this. I remember this guy, one of my favorite trolls. You let a troll get to you, you soft. Here he is. Yeah, Axel Foley be trolling strong on my page. I feel like that was Axel Foley that gave me a thumbs down just now. And gotta have at least one thumbs down a stream, man. Appreciate you, Axel Foley. But yeah, man, community, people, we're all, I don't want to be that guy to say we're all the same race, human race, but we are, But we're so complex. Human beings. Human beings are so complex. We have so much culture. Like, people say white people don't have culture. They do. It's just white culture. And white culture is wild. White culture is wild, man. White culture is raisins and potato salad, man. The crazy frog song. I don't know what that crazy frog song. Yeah, that's the truth right here, bro. We are super connected, at the same time hella separated. And us human beings, we are extremely powerful beings. God made us extremely powerful with, like, we have magic in us. And one of the things that we have and we can learn how to control is flow, you know. And you see like athletes use flow, like flow state, the zone, whatever. That's just one example of the magic we have in us. But because we also have all these toxic traits that kind of cloud us, it stops us from being able to tap into our magical, God-given tools that we have. Like, and you talk about we're so separated. Yeah, that separation that thing that makes people say, "I'm different than everybody. They're not like me. They're not like me. He's not like me. She's not like me. I'm better than this person. I'm better than that those that mentality, that's stopping you from tapping into the magic that you have, man. So being able to, like, control that, and it's hard because like, it's something that's also programmed in us that we're all different. That we're all different, and and we're not like this person, we're not like that person is weird, that group of people is strange, and that group of people this, that group of people that, and it's what creates that separation and what creates us to not be able to tap into our magic, man. That's so real, baby. That's so real. I could hear the smoke detector beeping. Man, that sounds like something in your mind, my friend. You gotta get that checked out. Did you take your pills today? Axel Foley, the cops. It's not magic, it's natural. I use magic in not really in a literal sense. I use it in a I use that I like to call certain things magic because like when you say magic is like something phenomenal that you can't really explain. So I like to call it magic. But I hear what you're saying. It's natural. Yeah, it's natural. But sometimes you can't really explain it or articulate like what's happening like when you're experiencing flow state or when you're experiencing the zone. I love flow state as an entertainer, as a comedian. I experience flow state often. I really experience flow state a lot when I'm teaching yoga because I'm so connected to like teaching yoga in that kind of like I'm so connected to like guiding that practice. So I experience flow state. But when you're experiencing it, it's hard to explain. Like when LeBron James is being LeBron is just tapped in. I'm sure it's hard to explain, but it's like him just being so it's really him letting go of everything. And I feel like flow state or the zone is like letting go of all of it, trusting and having faith and letting God just move through you. You know, there's sometimes where I'll be like talking about something or talking to somebody, trying to encourage somebody, and I'll just start saying things that just don't feel like they come from me, my brain. Like I don't know where that came from, you know, but that was dope. Let me write that down because I need to hear that again. Sometimes that'll happen. And like, I feel like that came from the source, the big guy. It's like talking through me. So that's why I call it magic. You know what I'm saying? J Hud tapped in. My boy. We just passed 30 minutes. What are you talking about? I'm talking about what I'm talking about. What are you listening about? Are you not hearing the words coming out of my mouth? Little Friday. I once got told how flow state is mostly the super conscious separation from the self to perform at a higher rate. I like it. That's a okay. So super conscious. Yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely your next level. And I honestly think there's levels above flow state. Um, that's why anime is so dope. I got into anime because of my son, but anime puts in so much truth in these cartoons about how special we are as human beings. Like you watch Bruce Lee films, like Bruce Lee was tapped in on but we could all be tapped in like Bruce Lee if we worked at ourselves on it. Like we took like it was like I gotta learn how to fly. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn how to be in flow. If we all worked on ourselves, the problem is we have so many distractions as adults, as you know, when you get to that adult age. Like kids, they could tap into flow a little bit easier because they don't have so much things clouding their vision, all these distractions, work, job, people driving, triggers, kids, paying bills that pulls pulls you out of flow. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Mario? Yeah, man. All right, y'all. We did it. The super conscious is meaning like a connected to a higher power, being that God. Skills you haven't noticed. It's everything that you might not see in the moment until you look back at it later. I like it. Yeah, man, that's a good little, because that resonates with me. That resonates with me because when you tap into flow and when you're experiencing flow, like when I don't experience flow state a lot. I used to experience it more when I do stand-up comedy, but I don't experience it a lot. But when I do experience flow, I'm just like getting out of the way. When you experience flow, you're literally saying, okay, I give it all away. I'm not doing anything and just let God just work, you know? So when I experience flow, that's what's happening, like no need to be, like when I'm teaching yoga, it's like no need to be self-conscious about the things I'm saying because I'm being guided. No need to be worried about if someone's receiving this because the people that need it are going to receive it. No need to stress about, anything else. I'm just getting out of the way and letting God move me or speak through me. Like that's how I feel flow. What happens with flow, you know? That's how I feel. So that definitely resonates with me, that little description of flow. Leroy, I was driving yesterday that really upset me. I said, "Who killed me?" It was a billboard. This young brother happened in 2004. Hold up. I was driving yesterday. That really upset me. What really upset you? I said, "Who killed me?" It was a billboard. This young brother happened in 2004. I am a little confused. I'm a little confused. You were triggered while you were driving. You saw a billboard. Someone killed you? What's happening? This young brother happened in 2004. I'm confused, Jihad. I'm gonna keep scrolling for now, but I'll subscribe because I like to talk. I have a good rest of the day. My man, appreciate you, brother. Thanks for jumping on the thing. And yeah, it was a good talk, man. And keep scrolling, bro. I'm gonna jump off here. Anyways, it's time for me to go. I got therapy in 20 minutes. And yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day. J Hud, I don't know if you're gonna I'll wait a 60 seconds to see if you got something to add to this because I'm a little confused. Don't want to leave you hanging. Appreciate you throwing something on here. Um, I'll wait another 60 seconds. A little confused though. I gotta say. It's a little bit confused. Trinity Time Travels was here. What's up, Trinity Time Travels? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. How did that happen? We're actually just wrapping the stream up. It was a big billboard. Okay, it was a big billboard that said who killed me. The billboard said who killed me because here it says I killed me. I said who killed me. It was a billboard. This young brother happened in 2004. Huh. Can't figure this out. This is like a puzzle, man. Ricky, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for jumping on here. Uh-oh. We about to be matchmaker, make me a match. Yeah, who needs dating apps? You just come to the Trigger Yogi stream and you can meet your next pretty young thing. You know? You got Trinity time travel on the chat, popping on the chat just in time. You got fans, Trinity. Oh. Oh. The billboard said, who killed me? And it was a brother on the billboard. I got it. We got it. We figured it out together. That's strange. Yeah, that's strange. Anybody could put up a billboard though, you know. And there's a lot of wild shit happening out in these streets, man. People are killing each other, man. Like we all need some therapy. My birthday, July 27th, is my birthday. All right, y'all. I appreciate you guys jumping on the Trigger Yogi live stream, man. Tap in, baby. Stay locked in. Throw me a sub. Yoga Leroy Studios. We doing things, man. We are doing things. On Saturday, we are going to stream Bryce Jared's show. I must confess, in the studio, in my little backyard studio. We're gonna stream it here. It's gonna be his second show. The first show was fantastic. It was packed. It was a lot of fun. If you could be here live, you could come and see the show live. It is on Eventbrite. I must confess, or tune in to Yoga Leroy live stream. We're going to start the stream probably around 7:30 on Saturday. Monday is going to be Comedy Fitness Live. Now, Comedy Fitness Live is going to move to Kick because I've been getting flagged and I've been getting episodes taken down. So, Comedy Fitness Live is probably going to move to Kick starting next Monday. Same day as someone else I know. Every time you ask me my birthday and I tell you my birthday, you say the same thing. Write it down, baby. Me and that other person. Write it down in your notes. All right, we did it. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for popping on, throwing your little 2 cents in. Ricky Ricks, 410. Appreciate you, brother. Mario, good to see you. J Hud. Trinity Time Travels was here. Shaft. Everybody. Appreciate you guys. Even the person that gave me a thumbs down, which I think was Axel Foley, man. Need that hate. You know, it drives me, baby. It drives me. All right. You guys have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. Have a blessed Thursday. Stay encouraged. Maybe dive a little deeper into your vision, to your strategy for the next month or 2 months. Set yourself up to win. That's it. Even if you do it for 5 to 10 minutes, you're setting yourself up to win. Even if you focus just a little bit of energy on what your plans are going to be over the next week, next 2 weeks, next 60 days, you are setting yourself up to win. Set yourself up to win. I'll be back here tomorrow, same triggered time, same triggered channel. This is the Triggered Yogi live stream. It's the kid, Yoga Leroy, Leon Walker. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.